Okay, so this is day 16 of getting rid of pieces through my home. Like I said, I did the 7-day kickstart. If you've just sort of coming onto my channel for the first time, my name is Denise and I do a variety of different subjects. I love decluttering and organisation. I do love cleaning. Okay, there's the odd day that you might actually be put off. I like to craft, although I'm a basic crafter, and I like making cards. And I have put on hold the caravanning aspect, and if you followed me on my channel, you know why. But basically, I had 4 bereavements, including my husband, who actually did the towing of the caravan, which has now remained in storage for 2 years. So I'm not going to dwell on that because I don't want to get emotional on camera, because I'm here with day, I think it's day 16, I'm sure it is, of getting rid of pieces in my home. This particular day, just before I came on, I just whipped around about an hour putting my bits away. You know, I did my basics, my 30-minute tidy up, 10-item pickup, and did one lot of laundry. While I was putting things away, every time I put something away, I did actually look to see if I could pull anything out. And there was a couple of things that I delayed putting away, including my birthday gifts, which I've now done. And again, I'm going to bring up shop your home as well. When you're decluttering, when you're reviewing decluttering and organisation, you might come through across pieces you forgot you purchased, or you haven't used in a long time. You think, yeah, I will use that, or it goes, and things like that. So now let's start. I did actually have 2-3 things on the go. Probably not ideal for most people. I tend to do this, so I did my basics. Then as I was pulling things out, I noticed there was a bit of paperwork that I'd that is my biggest bugbear, is paperwork. I know a lot of it is paperless now, but I do tend to keep paperwork. And I went through and got rid of a lot. This is just the pile for recycling. I do still have quite a bit post, and I do have magazines come through, like Camping and Caravan. I did pick up some brochures on bathrooms, because I want my cloakroom doing eventually, kitchens, although that's probably not on the cards in the near future because it's too expensive. So I am putting money by and see how I go with that, because I did spend out on carpets. So I've got a lot of envelopes, some brochures here, and catalogues and things like that. So there's a big wad there. The paperwork I've actually filed straight away in my cabinet, although realistically I've been delayed. I need to go through that, and a lot of that can be, I tend to get it burnt in a garden incinerator. Maybe I've talked to my son about getting another shredder, but I burnt out 2 in the past. So for about 8 years we've actually burnt our paperwork, but it has actually got out of hand now. I've got so much. I've got about 3 boxes of papers to be burnt, so I need to get that up to date on a decent day. It's not too cold, although it might be ideal actually to keep you warm, but yeah. And then I can get, maybe put on my wish list, a new shredder. So that is what I'm going to count it as one item. I've got a lot of recyclable items. Sorry about the rush though. So that's all going to go in the recyclable bin. I've also, this is the set, I haven't got the other because I emptied it. This is the second time I filled up the bin. I made a promise, and I've put it in my planner as a goal, that if I transfer rucksack, bags, handbags, little pouches, whatever I'm using to go out the door, when I swap it over, I make sure it's cleared out before it's put away back in my wardrobe, so that I haven't rummaging through and take out a bag. I'm guilty of this. I said I'm not perfect. What you see is what you get, and that is one of my bugbears that I've had in the past, and I'm trying to get that sorted so that when I put a bag away, I've gone through it, transferred what I need into the bag that I'm about to use or going to use, and put everything that's not needed, as put them away, including receipts, bits of paper. Sometimes I do keep a notebook in my bag. That's something else I need to do. I do jot down, especially if you meet somebody when you're out and about, and make a little note or something. I know a lot of probably people would just put it on their phones. I'm a bit old school that way. I do use my phone a lot more, and my son Daniel has gone through a lot of things that I have just let go of my head, or asked a family member, or it used to be my husband, to sort things out. But myself, I need to know these sort of things. For a lot of people, they've learned and they just got on with it. I've probably, except for the basics, I've let it go of my head. Talking about that, I had this bag. It had a lot of things that I tend to use this as, did I say a bag, backpack, catch-up bag? In other words, what I was doing, I had this in my wardrobe, and every time I changed bags, this is actually empty by the way, this I got free when I did the Kellogg's challenge, and I think you had to send off so many, I don't know what it was, vouchers or something, or off the packets. I can't really remember, but I used to use this more in the cabin or as a swimming bag or whatever, or going to sort of the showers and things like that. So this used to be my catch-up bag. Yes, I had a catch-up bag where I dump in receipts, notes, pens, pens I came across, paper clips. It's some surprising, packets of tissues, and I'm not meaning used tissues. I like the individual tissues. I might do what's in my backpack or my bag when I do the video, whatever bag I'm using at that time. I'm using my new Stitch one because I've had hospital appointments, I've had surgery appointments and things like that, so I've got a bigger bag at the moment. Went to a small bag. That's something else. I'm trying to simplify my bag usage as well. I'll go into that in a separate video. I've got so many videos I want to do, but I deleted a lot because I just felt it was like weeks old or a month, and I just deleted the whole lot. I suppose I could have put it uploaded, but I didn't. So this was full of everything. Dare I say crap stuff? Maybe sounds better, but yeah, crap basically. So that I spent a little bit of time sitting on my bed and emptied it all. But I'm not going to get rid of the bag, and I'm not going to try and use it as my catch-up bag, backpack bag. I am folding it up and I'm going to put it in my bag holder. Hopefully that's the last of one of those things, because if you realise when you leave something any length of time, it's like clutter on the surface. I've brought this up, and it gets accessible and it increases, and you put things off. Like, I'm terrible at dealing with paper. I will get done, I will look at it, see that it needs action it, write on the date that I've done it, and I've got to stop putting it in a drawer to be filed. Why don't I file it away? I've tried it now. I tried it last year and it did slack off, but I'm going to try it again this year, is put in a few minutes a day, or every other day, or every couple of days, maybe once a week. I don't know yet how I'm going to do that on my schedule, but I'll work it out what works best for me, and just get it done and not let it, because when things builds up, it's like your laundry. Let's take laundry for instance. Dare I say ironing? Yes, I do iron, maybe not as often as I used to, because my grandmother, my mother ironed everything, every single item, even underwear, socks and everything. And as the years got by, Hubby used to say, well, why are you ironing that? You don't see it. He used to say in the winter, why are you ironing my work t-shirts? I wear jumper, I wear overalls, they don't see it. But it was just the way that I saw the females in my family work. and sometimes they did have it hard. Let's say this. I mentioned this on a comment on someone else's channel. How easy we have it. Maybe we get more and more lazy. It's like laundry. It used to take a day, maybe 2, 3 days even. Wash day, dry day, iron day, things like that. The only regret I had, and I'm not going to slag off a family member, but I was very hurt that an item disappeared. My grandmother had the actual old iron that used to put in front of the fire, heated up and iron. She got it from her mother, so I hate to think how many years old that would have been. My grandmother, I think, passed away 92 or 93 years old, and I wanted it. She used it then for a store stock, and it ended up going into the skip, and I really wanted that item. I wanted it sort of passed down another generation, and I'm going to stop there, but that's the sort of thing. I know it might seem, but I call that sentimental clutter. And I'd love that because I would have put that out on show in my kitchen dining room sort of thing. But there you go. I'm going off topic. I'm sorry, but it's not very often I actually come in front of the camera just recently, and that was because I had a really bad time. I put my hands up. I had a really bad time through the month of December. A few rough moments, well, maybe quite a lot, rough moments in January. And hopefully now in February, maybe I can find my footing again and get myself sorted. Like I said, what you see is what you get. I'm not perfect. I do suffer from anxiety, panic attacks. I've had 4 bereavements in just over 12 months, including my husband, who I was married a week off our 35th wedding anniversary. So if you are joining me about decluttering and that, I've had to, like a lot of people, it might not be so extreme, but everybody reacts in a different way. When I was so stressed, and I still do it, I've done it when I was at work as a carer, I go off, maybe it's a positive, I don't know. I'll go off and I will empty a drawer, a cupboard, I will sort, I will review, declutter and organise. Usually not something that's been done recently, it's something that normally gets to be done. Or feeling that if I feel a bit down, I'm not going out, I'm not going out today, but I'm not down today, I'm on a positive day. I think that's why I've come in front of the camera. Honestly, I look like I got black eyes, I had black under here, wasn't sleeping very well. Not sleeping brilliant, but a lot better. That's why I can come on. I am going to say the good, the bad and the ugly more now, because maybe there's people out there can relate to this and things like that. And yeah, I have got quite a good, I would say, network. If I can gel with somebody, I'm a lot better, and I feel as though I can accomplish something within myself. I think I'm going off topic. I think that will come back in another video. Like I said, I've got some notes of some vast different subjects. I know they normally say just concentrate on one subject, but hands up, I can't. There's so much that I am passionate about, and I am very much a homebody. Yes, we did go away a lot the last 2 years. My son taking me away and everything, and we shared the costing. That was probably because we both needed a break from home life, and sort of every time we sort of got our heads above ground, we had another bereavement, and it was an extremely rough time. It's still not brilliant, but it's a lot better than what it was. Right, going back, because I have gone off topic and I do apologise. Some of you have actually commented you like these natters and you sometimes have them on the background. I've even known people to say that they've fallen asleep to my voice. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I've done it as well. Sometimes I've actually woken up in the middle of the night. It's probably bad. Not that I'm watching a screen, but I've got earphones on, and they're quite chunky ones, and I've fallen asleep. It's only when I'm probably going to roll over I realise that I've got my earphones in. I'm listening to something that's calming, or not white noise, but some form of noise in the background, if I'm having trouble switching off. So this is my box. Now, some of you might think, hang on a minute, that's mostly recyclable, and yes it is, but it's still stuff that's leaving your home, and it can make a big difference. I had some deliveries. I've also had gifts and everything that's come in packaging, so that's what a lot of this, and some items I've just pulled out has and when. This one I was on the fence for quite a while. I like it. My wallet does not fit in here because it's quite a long wallet. My wallet is bigger than this. I'm going to give this to my granddaughter. This used to be something, if I had a very small purse, I could put my meds in there, a very small fold up brush. You couldn't really get a lot, and to tell you the truth, I use my black best bag if I need to take those sort of things, because I have to change my wallet out and I'm always frightened that I'm going to forget something. It has gone with the long strap and it can be altered, so I think my 7-year-old granddaughter will love this. There's going to come to a time she's going to come, I think, she doesn't rely on it, and I think her parents have said to her not to ask, but she knows damn well that I've got usually a bag of stuff for her, and I've got some art stuff as well for her, so I'm letting that go. There's nothing wrong with it. So she loves bags. She's like me. When I was her age and younger, my grandmother used to have, and they used to have the, how can I explain this? That's the bag, and the one where you twist it, and you've got a little handle. Do you know the sort of mean? Reminds me more of like a doctor's bag, but on a smaller scale. She used to have a lot of those. She always used to keep one of her older ones, because let's face it, they had things that were made to last. They had to make them last. They had to mend, didn't they, rather than buy new. So that's something else that I'm trying to bring into my life at the moment. So yeah, so that's going. I'm not getting rid of that one, so I'm going to put that one out the way. She did come just after my birthday and went through a few things, but she didn't take these, and I'm going to let them go, much to probably her dad. I think I've got a whole box of beanies that actually belong to her dad in my loft. That I did many years ago. That is sort of, I'm making a plan, because I want to address my loft. I've only been up there maybe 3 times in my house now, 35, about 38 years I think, and I've only been in the loft probably 3 times because I don't like the ladder and everything, but something has got to be sorted, because I've got a lot of decor up there, and that is actually on my goals in my planner. So I'm getting rid of 3 beanies. She brought all the beanie bears out that I've got in a small box under my stairs. She brought a lot of the Civilian family stuff out. So that's tick, 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 because there are things that she's using. We didn't do drawing arts because we spent quite a lot of time actually. As a 7-year-old's got a really good imagination, and we played, as I say, Australian families, and everybody had to have a character. Everybody joined in, sat on the floor and one thing or another. We didn't have the Barbie stuff out, so got to check on that, but obviously we go through stages and she alternates, and we didn't have Mr. Potato Head. I've got Mr. Potato Head, a question mark on that one. If she doesn't bring that out in the next couple of visits, I think that will be going in my box to get rid of. That's the sort of things that I do. She does have a lot of clubs on, so I don't see her very often, and she does do ballet on a Saturday, so I did see her after my birthday on the Sunday, and it was a really good session. I had my both my boys actually here, both my sons, which was really nice because that doesn't very often happen. I had my daughter-in-law and my granddaughter, so we had a really, really good time. And I think that lifted my spirits as well, especially when it came to Stitch. I could see it poking out the bag, and my granddaughter was giggling. And I had to smile at her, and I said, I think I can see what's peeking out. And I said to her, before you ask how old Grandma is, you're never too old to love Disney, and especially Stitch. So, yeah, because I was frightened she's going to say, Grandma, I'm a bit too old for this. But, yeah, we do often watch Stitch and Lilo and Stitch. So, yeah, I'm letting those go. A lot of packaging. And I'm going to count this in this one because it's funny how it's mounted up. I had some Duff products for my birthday. I've mentioned this, and usually Boxing Day I do that. If I'm going to use the products, and this is for yourselves, viewers, if it's something you need to use and you think you're going to use it in the near future, take it out the packaging. Even if you put your toiletries in a certain place, you're more likely to use it. I've seen this with my sons, especially Daniel. He will go for a product, even if it's my Dove or something, even though he's got like Manly products in the packaging. If I've left it in the packaging, it will leave it in the packaging and use the product that's not in. So I've took out, this was hand care, so I've taken that out because I got rid of so many products or bits that had little bits in and wanted to start fresh, because especially if those products have been open a certain period of time. So I got rid of the packaging, and I took my hand set up, and that's gone in my drawer that I've now organised. Something else I had for my birthday, I bought a little jar in my bathroom. I could smell it on the wrapper. I nearly was going to tear it open and put it in my drawer because it's such strong. I had this Lush bath bomb that's now gone in my glass jar to be used in the bathroom. More packaging. I had 3 candles for my birthday. Again, packaging's out. I had this had a bath bomb and a candle. Taken it out, put the bath bomb in my glass jar in my bathroom, which I seal up so they don't get damp. And the candle at the moment, I've got it in my decor cupboard, and I'm not kidding you, when I open that cupboard it smells absolutely gorgeous. So it's sort of being used as sort of a scent as well. This one, I did get rid of most of my packaging, but I took my Christmas beaker out of this. I did actually have this gift last year after Christmas from a subscriber, and she knows who she is, and I kept it up and had it in my stocking this Christmas, if that makes sense, and it had the earmuffs. So I finally got rid of the packaging. Yes, haven't used the cup yet. I'm going to put it with my Christmas cups in my kitchen, and I am reviewing my cups and mugs. That's on my to-do list. I've got this box here. This was an Amazon box. This is definitely going, but this is going to go in my shed for a short period of time, but I'm counting it as leaving because it is a solid box. This is where I have my Alexa in from Amazon from a family member. So that is definitely going, but I will store it very briefly in my my large shed, because it's sturdy to send things through the post. More packaging. Again, I've left all this in here. This is another box that I actually had my Stitch dispenser and holder in this. So I'm keeping that for a little while, because in a matter of about a week, maybe a little bit more, if the weather gets a little bit more mild, I wouldn't say mild, not so much frost, we do want to load at least one car, maybe two cars up, and just take everything to the tip that needs to leave my home. That's the idea anyway. Either do 2 trips or take 2 vehicles. I'm not sure yet. That is sort of got to be worked out, but I have got a lot also still in the games room that needs to go to the charity shop. That is sort of ongoing. Every time I come upstairs or need to put something in the games room because of paperwork and everything, I go in there and I say, now, is there an item I can get rid of? Can I remove an item? Does an item need to go in another room? But I don't spend too much time. I just pick something up that I know, because there's little piles of stuff. And I want to stop that after I get it straight. I got it straight just before Christmas, after all the decorating and carpets, and then it's just got messy again. So there's that. So another box. I had birthday. I am getting rid of the bags. Most of these bags seem to go around the family and friends because nobody writes on these tags. So I got 2 here. That one, I believe I could have given to this friend, and she gave me my birthday gifts. She's probably going to get it back, so I'm going to take these up because I've got a fair few bags, and I think it's not wasteful. I think it's just not many pinching, maybe you could call that. I think it's just been a little bit more frugal to reuse bags, even if the tags were written on. If it's a decent bag, I'll put one of my homemade tags or something on the bag. Why persist on keep buying gift bags? I've seen one online and it's gone around I don't know how many family members, and finally after about the 4th or 5th time it did finally get, I think I got it back and I actually dumped it in the end because it was getting a little bit scruffy. But there you go. Maybe it's more better. I sometimes do that and put just a bit of tissue paper rather than, especially if it's a little shaped good gift. Instead of wrapping stuff, I have got wrapping paper, and I do like to wrap if I get something from my granddaughter because she just likes opening things, even if I put it in a gift bag. Talking about bags, I buy a lot from Poundland. I've had this one a little while and it ripped. Yeah, maybe I could have taped it and you know, on the reverse and everything, but I'm just going to let that go. I'm sure you could use it. You could use it on a work surface, you know, if you're gluing or anything. There's a lot of things, but it's finding that balance, what you're going to keep. And I can't keep everything. My craft cupboard is that small, and I am trying to get rid of things because I keep keeping things like this because I could think of umpteen ways of using it, but it comes to a point that I have to say, no, I'm going to get rid of it. My son actually brought a new belt, leather belt, so this one is gone worn and it's split, so that is going. I watched another disc. I watched The Secret Garden last week. These all came free with the newspaper, and these sort of things I had 2 or 3 that I slipped in my handbag that I'd already watched, and when I met up with a family friend for coffee, I happened to say, oh, I've got a couple of DVDs. They were freebies. I got them actually through the craft group community centre. Do you want them? And yes, so that was something that was just slipped in my bag. Sometimes I do that. So that's The Secret Garden. Another packet of nails. I've still kept some, and I keep thinking I could do them. I need to do my nails. I want to have a spa time as well. Not sure if that'll be today or not, but I'm getting rid of these. These are going to a family member as I gave a lot away. I prefer just to paint my nails. And something that was a little bit wasteful, I've had this a number of times. The suckers kept coming off, it wouldn't stay. Sometimes they're very hard to actually clean. That's going. And then to replace it, we had another one, which was one with the mat. These all came from B&M, and the suckers wouldn't stay, and we ended up cutting it down. It still didn't stay. I paid about £8 for that one. I think that was £4. I've got another one that seems to be working, because obviously like headrest, so I'm letting all those go. And then in there I got a little bracelet to go to my granddaughter. It's got a little owl on. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I've got all my packaging, 12, 13, and my paperwork, 14. I'm going to count that as 14 items. A lot of you might think it's a bit of a cheat, but it's surprising how much the packaging actually takes up room. Plus, unless it's something you want to keep up, which I did, I had a lot of Christmas products last Christmas, not this Christmas just gone, but the previous Christmas. I've said this. So when it came to Christmas time, even my son Daniel said, "Oh, these are nice. Oh, when did you get these?" I said, "I had them for Christmas last year." And I put them all out this Christmas just gone, and it was really nice. It was a nice spa time. I had all these nice Christmas products with all the nice scents and bath bombs, you name it. I had them out, and it was nice. So sometimes you may keep things up, especially if they might be seasonal like that products. But if it's something you're going to use in the near future, take it out of the boxes. I am the same actually. If something was in a box and I hadn't taken it out, I probably wouldn't, or I would leave it a while. Only if it's seasonal would I do it that way. So it's just bit of paper that's crinkling. Yeah, so I do, unless it's seasonal and I want to keep it for the following season, I take things out packaging. After Christmas clothing, I tend to take out packaging. If they're in packaging, take tags off and things like that, because my family were terrible. If the tags were left on, they didn't wear the clothing, they just leave it in the wardrobe and get something that they've worn previously. There's no harm in that, because it's always nice to have tags on for new items, specifically if you're going on holiday somewhere. But yeah, so get rid of your packaging. If nothing else, paperwork and packaging, because I think it will make a big difference. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.